Finding your dream job might mean creating it. I don't like what I'm doing. Maybe the solution is closer than what you think. When you were young, what did you dream of becoming? Here's my take. You don't need to have 5 university degrees in order to do your dream career. I want to assure you that if you look inside, those answers are within you. Hello, my lovely. Welcome. I am so happy you're here. Today, we're talking about how to find your dream career. Well, when I was a child, I dreamt of being a doctor. Only when I grew up, started my career as a nurse. And after that, when it was time to transition to medicine school, I realized that I really did not want to be a doctor at all. Everything in my body, every fiber of my being, I didn't want to be a doctor. You are probably here because you're bored, you're frustrated, you feel like you're not making any impact in your job. So keep watching because this is for you. My name is Lorraine, by the way, and let us just make this relationship official. If you haven't done so already, click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I publish a video, which is 3 times a week. So we might as well make this a weekly date. Okay, let's dive straight into it. So what about you? When you were young, what did you dream of becoming? And maybe when you grew up, that totally changed for you because you realized that you wanted to do a particular career or job because people were telling you what was suited to you based on their observation of you. But as you grew up, you became to know yourself. So here's what you can do to start pointing yourself in the right direction. First of all, what would you do if money was not a problem? So if no one was paying you to do what you do, what is it that you would do? So for me, I know that I love the aspect of leadership. I love team building. I love empowering, helping women see their light and step into their greatness. Those are things that I can do for the whole day. And the reason for this is because my mother has so many sisters whom I call mothers. Me, myself, I have a lot of sisters. I've always been surrounded by women. So women have always made up an important part of my life. And for my mom, she became a single mom when my dad died. And as a result, I would watch her hustle. I would watch her work hard to give us an amazing education. And that was the same thing with my grandmother. My grandfather died, when her youngest was born, and she had 12 kids. She educated them all, and they're all well-to-do. So I always knew that for me, an important part of what I would do would be helping, assisting, empowering women. What does that look like for you? And you are the one with the answers. I want to assure you that if you look inside, those answers are within you. So go within. What would you do if money was not an issue? If you could have any role in your organization right now, what would it be? So when you look at the role that you're doing, you're probably in accounts, doing bookkeeping, and you're thinking like, oh my goodness, I would rather be in logistics or I would rather be in project management. So when you look around at your company, what is it that you'd rather do? Here's the thing. When people think about their dream job, their first idea is to quit what they're doing. They're like, I don't like what I'm doing. I'm just going to quit my job. And, we have such a massive pandemic. I know we had the COVID pandemic, but we've also had a massive pandemic of people quitting their jobs and only realizing that they're stuck in the same situation 6 months down the line because nothing has changed. And here's why I'm saying where you are before you jump ship or make any major decision. When you look around in your organization, what would you rather be doing? Because maybe the solution is closer than what you think. Maybe the next step that you need to make is not as major as what you're thinking. Of course, it might involve having to, quit your job and go elsewhere. But I want you to actually take a close look at where you are in your organization right now and ask yourself, if I could decide, if I could wave a wand and just do the role that I want to do, who do you most admire in your company? Who do you most want to be? And then now moving on, do you have the skills for that particular role that you want to do? Here's my take. You don't need to have 5 university degrees in order to do your dream career. In fact, your dream career comes naturally to you. It is what you can do without even having to put a lot of effort and put on a show. It just comes naturally to you. So you don't need to go back to uni, spend thousands of dollars, use another 3-4 years just in order for you to get into that career, unless if it is specific. So I have a friend, she's going to be a nurse practitioner. Hello, if you're watching, shout out to you. She's going to be a nurse practitioner, and as a result, she has to go back to uni to study for that, right? But for other roles, you don't necessarily have to go back to uni in order to function in your capacity. I know that for me, in order to step into leadership and team building, I did go back to uni and I did a master's in public health. But when I look back, I don't want to lie to you, it wasn't necessary. I already possessed the skills, the confidence, and the temperament to step into leadership. And all I did was work with my mentors, my managers. I stayed close to them. I made them know what it is I want to do. So for you, maybe you can just have a chat with your team, have a chat with your manager and say, you know what? I would rather be working in project management instead of bookkeeping like I'm doing right now. What can I do? How can I learn the skill? Can you provide me with the mentorship to do it? I am willing to do it, whether within work hours, outside work hours. Any amazing organization and management will support you where you are as much as they can, because companies would rather retain, keep their talent rather than hire new people for specific roles. So any amazing company is going to do what it can to enable and empower you to progress within that organization. So it might be a matter of just having a conversation. And I know from experience that women shy away from having conversations with management. We shy away from speaking up and asking for what it is that we want. But I want you to actually just demystify, the complications of that conversation. Step into that conversation with confidence. Have a chat with your boss. Work out a plan on how you can actually transition into your dream role. Okay, if you have looked around your current organization and your dream job is not there, then it is time for you to start looking around for that dream job. So once you've defined what it is you call a dream career, what is suited to your temperament, then the next step is actually looking around, letting other people know that you are searching. People tend to look for jobs under the radar. They don't want their current management to know, but I do not believe in that setup at all. I believe that we are all human beings trying to progress, because remember what I always say, as CEO of your own life, your chief responsibility is to maximize impact, maximize profits, and there's nothing shameful, there's nothing for you to hide. So the next step is definitely looking around. LinkedIn has become such an amazing platform which allows people to stand out, and so many times I see people, they don't pay attention to their LinkedIn profiles, but it really puts you in front of a lot of people. You can put on your LinkedIn profile that you're open to work. Maybe your manager is going to come across it, or maybe you can just block them. You can just block them too. That's another solution, right? But that's a platform where you can make it known that you're looking, you're available, you're looking around, because you know that whatever you want is not in your current company. Seek, I know, is a big website that we use here in Australia. If you're in America, I don't know your major job searching website, but let it be known that you're actually looking. Don't look under the radar. Go for events and let people know, introduce yourself to people and let them know that you're on the hunt. Lastly, finding your dream job might mean creating it. I know that for me, I advanced in my career in different roles, and now I work in a capacity where I fully work for myself, doing consulting and working with women as well. So over the years, I've had to come to a point where I have created my dream job, because I am all for time freedom. I am all for, doing what I want, when I want, without feeling the obligation of being under a company. I am all for going for leave when I want to. and not having to apply for leave. Like I've not had to apply for leave from somebody else in a while. So based on you, and I know this has been a journey for me, I want you to be ready to know that maybe finding your dream job might mean creating as well. And the nature of work is changing. So whatever capacity you are, so maybe you're an accountant, you're looking for your dream job as an accountant. This might simply mean setting up yourself as an independent accountant, registering yourself as a business, and looking for clients. Again, we have access to social media platforms. We've got LinkedIn, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram. All those profiles right now, you can capitalize on them to actually create your own dream job. So be willing to go and to think outside the box. Don't just box yourself to the traditional mode of what a job looked like, because it really is changing. I know that for us as millennial women, freedom really matters. I know that for me, when I want a major driver for me that made me seek freedom in my career is because by the time I start having kids, I want to have the freedom, to be working at home, taking care of kids if I want to, without that extra pressure of commuting. So what does that dream job look like for you? You might have to create it. Well, my lovely, that was it about creating a dream job. Again, my name is Lorraine Dzeka, and if you have not subscribed, definitely click the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so that you get notified. The next video coming up next is going to be about morning routine, so you definitely don't want to miss it. That's why I want you to hit the notification bell. Lastly, I want to know where you are in your journey. Are you currently in your dream job? Chances are no. No wonder why you're watching this video. So let me know in the comments, what was your biggest takeaway and what action step are you going to take right now, today, towards your dream job?